Most people hear that investing $1,000 a month can turn into millions over time, and they immediately think of numbers like 5 million. Same contribution, same habit, 3 decades. But here's the uncomfortable part. Those outcomes depend heavily on market conditions, time, and consistency. So here's the real question. Is $1,000 a month a clear path to wealth, or just a starting point that needs context to understand properly? On the surface, investing looks simple. Put money in regularly, let it grow, build wealth over time. But in reality, outcomes vary significantly. Returns are not fixed, markets fluctuate, time horizon matters. With $1,000 monthly contributions over 30 years, results can differ widely depending on average returns. The challenge is, many people hear compounding and assume it guarantees a specific future number without understanding the assumptions behind it. If $1,000 a month is consistent for 30 years, why do final outcomes vary so much? Because the final value depends on 3 main factors: contribution amount, time invested, and average return over time. Using long-term historical market ranges, like US index performance, outcomes are typically lower growth scenarios around 1M plus range, moderate scenarios around 1.2 to 1.8 MERS range. Higher long-term growth scenarios, potentially higher but not guaranteed. Reaching higher targets like $5 million would generally require a combination of higher monthly contributions, longer time periods, or stronger than average sustained returns. So the key idea is not a fixed promise. It is understanding how inputs change outcomes. Now here's something most people don't realize. The same $1,000 monthly plan can lead to very different outcomes depending on small adjustments over time. Most investors keep contributions fixed for decades. Same amount at 25, same amount at 45, same strategy throughout. But in real life, income and expenses change over time, and ignoring that flexibility can limit long-term potential. What if the real driver of wealth is not just consistency, but gradual increases in investing capacity? Many long-term investors adjust contributions as income grows. Even small increases over time can meaningfully impact final outcomes. Because investing is not only about starting early, it is also about adjusting gradually with financial growth. Let's clarify one of the biggest misunderstandings in retirement planning. People often expect one investment plan to deliver a specific retirement number, but different financial tools serve different roles. Some focus on growth, some on stability, some on income distribution in retirement. Mixing expectations leads to confusion. Should retirement planning rely on one strategy or multiple layers working together? In the US system, long-term growth typically comes from diversified equity investments like index funds in retirement accounts, 401k, IRA, brokerage. Other instruments, such as annuities or insurance-based products, are generally used more for income stability later in life. So planning is usually a combination of tools rather than a single solution. But here's what people underestimate: compounding takes time to show visible impact. Early years often look slow, which can reduce motivation. Many people underestimate how much time matters in long-term investing. What changes when investing is continued consistently? Compounding accelerates over time as the investment base grows. Early growth is slow, but later decades often show stronger expansion due to accumulated gains. This is why consistency over long periods is more important than short-term results. Now zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Retirement planning is often oversimplified as one number or one strategy, but real outcomes are influenced by multiple variables: inflation, returns, and contribution changes over time. Is retirement about reaching a fixed number or maintaining financial flexibility? A more realistic approach is to focus on planning ranges instead of exact predictions. Estimate future needs, adjust contributions over time, and stay consistent with long-term investing principles. This creates a more adaptable financial strategy instead of relying on fixed assumptions. So here's the final question. Is $1,000 a month your full retirement plan, or just the foundation of a larger long-term strategy? Because in investing, outcomes are shaped less by single numbers and more by time, consistency, and adjustments along the way. And sometimes, the most important part is not predicting the future, but preparing for different outcomes. Subscribe Wealth Insure Lab for more updates. See you in the next video.